everyone, the Witchbone here. Just wanted to try my hand at the hashtag Tarot Reflections by the lovely Tarot Alchemist. There is 5 questions in this tag. See if I can get through them. Question number 1 is, what genre of tarot are you drawn to? Mostly dark decks, indie type decks, and pretty much any animal deck. I'm very drawn to animal spirits. Everyone knows I have a plethora of animals. I've got tons of horses and dogs and cats and chickens and all kinds of stuff. I feel the need to surround myself with animal energies. I live in the country. I live basically in the middle of nowhere. But that's where I find my peace and my sanctuary with animals and with nature. So I like to use decks for myself, which kind of embody that. Question number 2, use a card from the majors and a card from the minors to describe your greatest strengths. This was tough. I had to go through them several times. It took me 3 days to figure this out. But what I've come up with for the minors is the 6 of Swords. It can be a bit odd, but the 6 of Swords really describes my greatest strength. I always know when to get out. Like, throughout my entire life, I have never been in a position where should I stay or should I go? I've always known when it's time to pack my bags. I've always known when it's time to leave a relationship. I've always known when it's time to drop a friendship, to unfriend somebody, to leave a job. I've always known when it's time to get out, when it's not going to be suitable for me to stay in the position that I'm in for any longer. And I try to pass this on to people in my family and my friends. I feel that if more people adopted this, they wouldn't be in some of the situations that they're in. And I realize that everyone is on a different path, and sometimes people need to experience certain things in order to get to where they need to be and gain the knowledge they need to get. The downside to this is, of course, I am flighty. So it doesn't mean that I run from issues. The 6 of Swords is all about leaving when things are pretty bad, when things are done, when you need to leave. But being flighty, what I mean by that is when someone steps on me, when someone fucks me over, I'm done. There's no second chances with me. I do not forgive, and I do not forget. It's just done. And I don't dwell on it. I don't hold grudges or anything like that. I just let it go. And I have gotten to a point where I can emotionally detach really quickly. My sun sign is Cancer, which means that obviously I am very emotional, I'm very nurturing, I'm a very caring person. I try to help people, and I will always be there for emotional support. I have just learned when it's good to just let go. And that way I don't carry too much emotional baggage that's just hurting me. It's not doing anything for me. And it might sound selfish, but when you have the type of job that we do as tarot readers, you need to be open and ready to help people. And I can't give anything if I'm constantly weighing myself down with problems that don't need to be mine. They're not mine to deal with. So if someone presents me with something in life, I do something for them, I'm there for them, and they shit on me, then I'm done. I'm gone. And I don't ever talk to them again. And some people feel like that's a little rash and I'm kind of an asshole, but I don't care. You know, at this point in my life, I've realized that I give respect always, but if you disrespect me, then you're not worth my time. That's how I am. I'm like, I'm out. Bye, bitch. Bye, Felicia. Okay, now my major card. This was even tougher. But I've come up with the Tower. And I've talked about the Tower before several times. It's probably one of my favorite cards. It's kind of a three-way tie between the Devil, the Tower, and Judgment. But the Tower is something, her question was, what's your greatest strength? So I feel like the Tower is one of my greatest strengths. And it kind of plays off the Six of Swords. This is not about a destruction. That's it. The Tower card is very misunderstood. There is going to be a blow up. It's going to be a massive eruptive change, but it's a change. It's a transformation. And throughout my life, anytime that I've had to go through any transitions or changes in my life, they've been abrupt and quick. And it's not necessarily bad. It's the way, my Six of Swords way, I just go. Whenever something is changing, when something needs to happen, when I need to do something, I am there. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to rip off the band-aid and just get it done. Okay, question number 3. Describe how these cards play out in your everyday life. Are these strengths being fully utilized in your mundane life? Well, my spiritual life kind of interconnects with my mundane life. I don't really have a mundane life, really. I'm very fortunate that I get to work from home. It's been very important for me to kind of connect the spiritual and mundane life. I did have a mundane life. That's all I had for years. It really oppressed me. It slowed me down. I didn't feel good. I was always unhappy. I was horrible to be around for my family and for my friends, and I really found myself through tarot. And when I started being more open about my witchcraft practices and my tarot business, I really just blossomed. And I'm very fortunate to have a husband that is also into witchcraft and paganism. He doesn't really get into the tarot that much, but he loves listening to it. But he loves the craft, and he loves crystals and energy work, and I don't have to hide myself from him, and whenever I do talk to him about these issues, he's always there to listen, and he understands. And my family, my mother and my father, they think it's cool. They don't know much about it, but they think it's cool, and they listen, and they're not judgmental. They don't have a negative thought about it, and if they do, they keep it to themselves. So everything is pretty much cool and chill with my family. So I've actually found empowerment through not keeping it tucked away. I understand for some people they are in what they call the broom closet, because their family is not that accepting about it. But I'm very fortunate that I am able to openly practice. The Six of Swords and the Tower card play out in my life every day, and they are how I got to where I am now. Through cutting those strings and just going with life. Like, this is what makes me happy. This is how I can help myself and help other people. This is where I blossom. So this is where I need to fly to. Question number 4. Share one tarot spread you love to use for shadow/healing work. Well, I like to use my As Above, So Below spread a lot. And it's pretty simple. For the most part, whenever I do tarot readings, I really like to use a 3-card spread. And the As Above, So Below is basically a 3-card spread, then you add a card at the top and then the bottom. And that's your, the 3 cards is your overall situation, what's going on, then you have the As Above and So Below aspect. Pretty simple. And the last question, question number 5. If you were to scan over your personal tarot, spiritual, or witchy practice in the last 6 months, what would you say was the most common theme showing up for you? Well, self-discovery. That's for sure. And just really digging deep in yourself and finding out who you are and how you can unlock more of yourself. And that's kind of a journey that I've been on with the Tower card and with the Judgment card as well. Just really trying to find that hidden stone, trying to unlock myself. And that's the goal. That's the goal. The goal is to have total and complete self-awareness and self-enlightenment. So this was the hashtag Tarot Reflections by the Tarot Alchemist. If you guys want to do this tarot tag, just go on her page and her hashtag Tarot Reflections video. She has the questions in the description.